Chief Joseph of the Nez Perce was arguably one of the most famous Indian chiefs to ever exist. In a time of oppression and segregation from the rest of the world, Chief Joseph would rally his tribe and fight for their rights. Chief Joseph argued that all people, whites and Native Americans, should be equal. During the Gilded Age, Native Americans went through a time of horrible oppression and segregation, and in 1871, the Indian Appropriation War was passed. It stated that no Indian tribe would be recognized as an independent nation with which the federal government could make treaties. The Nez Perce would then be asked to give up 90% of their land. A lot of the tribe followed the new treaty and gave up their land, but Chief Joseph would not give up any land due to a promise he made with his father over sacred burial ground in the area. The tribe would go to war over the land. Chief Joseph led a small army of 200 Nez Perce tribe members, compared to the entire U.S. military with thousands of troops at a time. The Nez Perce would ultimately become weak and make a run for it. And when Chief Joseph looked around at what he had left of an army, he would see that he only would have 78 soldiers ready, and the women and children are on the edge of death due to starvation. On October 5th, 1877, Chief Joseph would surrender, saying, "Tell General Howard I know his heart. What he told me before, I have it in my heart. I am tired of fighting." He would then give one of the greatest speeches ever from an American Indian in a very historic location of Washington, D.C. Although the United States government continues to oppress and ill-treat Native Americans, Chief Joseph's words brought attention to the plight of his people at the hands of a tyrannous and racist regime. A rare voice of conscience for the West, he died in September 1904 of a broken heart, still in exile from his homeland. Since his death, the chief has received many honors. The city of Joseph, Oregon, as well as numerous schools, dams, and roads have been named after him. In the last few decades, people have finally started taking notice of the many atrocities committed on the Native American people in the past, and gradually moved towards equal rights for them.